So now, so in order for us to determine if a given equation is a quadratic equation, we do have here things that we have to bear in mind. So what are these things that we have to bear in mind? So these things na kailangan natin tandaan in order for us to determine if a given equation is showing quadratic function or not is we will still hide it through an acronym and through a word na tatawagin natin as YOSI. Oh, bakit nga ba YOSI? YOSI is a slang term for cigarette. Slang term for cigarette. So, ito yung one of the vices. This is one of the vices that you can encounter in your life being a teenager. So, but since you know that taking cigarette is bad for your health, so if you do encounter it, so since nasa tamang isip naman na kayo, you know already what's right and wrong, and you know already kung ano yung dapat ninyong gawin. So if you do have strong willpower, I don't think matitempt ka to try taking cigarette. Kasi since you know, umpisa pa lang na alam mo na masama sa kalusugan yung pagsisigarilyo, so alam mo dapat yung gagawin mo. Since you are old enough to decide on your own, so I guess may isip mo rin na mali yung pagtitake ng sigarilyo, pagtitake ng cigarettes. Kasi sabi nga, di ba, it depends on your will if you're going to take it or not. But I think if you have strong will, so I don't think matitempt ka again to take cigarettes. Kasi alam mo, kailangan di ba sa mga commercials, kapag kino-commercial sa may nakalagay na ano na cigarette smoking is dangerous to your health. So doon pa lang sa paalala na yon, alam mo na masama sa kalusugan mo yung pagtitake ng cigarettes. But others are using it maybe for relaxation. The others are taking it after eating. Pampaalis lasa siguro or uh, matanggalan yung umay nung kinain. And usually also kapag sa CR, they are taking cigarettes. Or kapag merong happy-happy ang mga magkakaibigan, they are also taking cigarette. So, bakit ba natitempt yung iba na mag-take ng cigarettes? That is due to peer pressure. Kasi syempre, if you do have friends who are taking cigarettes, so siguro if they ask you to try cigarettes, so matitempt ka kasi your friends. So iisipin nila that if you will not try it, you're not already friends. So ganun yung thinking. So you are not belong to the group. Parang ganun yung sinasabi. Kapag hindi mo ginawa yan, you're not belong to the group, di ba? Yun yung usual. Pero kasunod ng sinabi nga natin kanina, kapag strong will mo that you know that taking cigarettes is dangerous to your health or masama para sa'yo, so I don't think mayayaya ka na to take cigarettes. And to those friends naman that are forcing their friends to take it, so please be considerate to the decisions of your friends. So, ano natin sila, igalang natin yung decision na if they don't want to take cigarette, then let them not do it. Kasi it's their decision not to take it. So, kasi darating sa buhay natin na matitempt tayo. But when that time comes, dapat you know already your decision on if you're going to take it or not. But my advice is uh, not to take any cigarettes. So para syempre uh, mas healthy din yung pamumuhay mo when you grow old. Then so that when you have your own family, mas matagal ka pang mabubuhay para makasama sila. Not unlike magsisimula ka mag-start ka na bata ka pa lang nagyoyosi ka na, so baka mag-end yung life mo ng mas maaga din. So others will not going to have their own family. So ganun yung possible na mangyayari. So when you are taking cigarette. But if you are taking it already, so there is, since you are still young, there is a time for you to change. So pwede mo siyang baguhin. Na iba nga kahit chain smoker sila, sa isang araw nakakaubos sila ng isang kahan ng sigarilyo, still namamanage pa rin na naitigil yon. Oo, mahirap kasi di ba nga yung mga vices na yan, sinasabi nila, nakaka-addict. So ano siya, nakaka-addict. So ganun din yung nararamdaman ng iba. So if you are taking cigarettes, nag-umpisa ka ng bata ka pa lang, ganun ka na, mahirap nang alisin yun sa system ng katawan mo. Kapag inalis mo siya at an instant, magkakasakit ka, possible na magkasakit ka. Yes, oo, possible yun. Pero it's on your own will, on your own free will, if you're going to stop it or not. So may chance pa para i-stop natin yun. Pagkakataon pa. If you, all you have to do is just think of the future ng pamilya mo, ng mga anak mo, mga magiging anak mo. Just think of them. Think of the future na naghihintay para sa'yo. Kung gusto pang mabuhay ng mas matagal, then better stop smoking. Kasi sinabi nga, again, smoking is dangerous to your health. So, ganun nga yung nangyayari. When you stop smoking at that instant, to change smoker ka, possible na magkasakit ka. Pero, kung strong-willed ka na magbago, na alisin yung pagsisigarilyo sa buhay mo, then, magagawa mo yun. Magagawa mo siya. I do have a friend na dati, lagi-lagi siya nagsisigarilyo. But now he is not taking any cigarettes. So ibig sabihin nagawa niyang mawala yung sa system ng katawan niya. So it's just a matter of time. It takes time. Oo, it takes time. But still paunti-unti nawawala siya. So nagsimula siguro ng isa-isang sa isang araw, tapos palit-palit, 10 na lang, 5, isa hanggang sa masanay na yung katawan niya na mawala sa system niya yung paninigarilyo. So, ganun lang naman yun. So, it's just a matter of will. Strong will, your will for you to stop taking cigarettes. So, again, my stand there is, since bata ka pa, so, better not try cigarette if you want to have a better future. A better life in the future. Kasi ibig sabihin nun, if you are not taking cigarettes, that means, or kung wala kang kahit anong bisyo, that means ahaba pa yung buhay mo at makakasama pa ng matagal yung mga mahal mo sa buhay. So again, don't take cigarettes. So that's the message of the things that we have to bear in mind na tinatawag natin Yossi. So ano nga ba yung Yossi na yan? In order for us to determine if a given equation is a quadratic function or not. Tunayin natin yung y. Y stands for you based it on its definition. Of course, when there is a given equation, for you to determine if that given equation is a quadratic function or not, of course, always based on its definition. So if it satisfies the definition of the quadratic function, then that equation is a quadratic function. O stands for, of course, make sure of the following. So aside from basing it on its definition, so there are also things that we have to make sure for us to know that a given equation is a quadratic function. Una, if it can be written in the form y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, so in place of x of y, rather, pwedeng nakalagay doon is f of x, pwedeng g of x, or h of x. Pwedeng ganun yung makita natin. So, if it can be written in the general form of the quadratic function or in vertex form, pwede rin yun. Then it is also considered as quadratic function if no negative exponents. Aside from written that can be written in this form, dapat there are no negative exponents. And third, no radicals on the variable part. So wala dapat tayong makikita doon na radicals na ang radical niya or the one inside the radical side is a variable. Because if that happens, that given equation is not considered as quadratic function. Now, that is if the given is an equation. So what if the given is the table of values? So how are we going to identify or to determine if that table of values is showing quadratic function or not? So, sabi dito, S stands for second difference of Y values is the key. So, para ma-identify natin through the given table of values that it shows quadratic function or not, we are going to get the second difference of Y values. Because according to this, that second difference is the key for us to find out if the given table of values is showing quadratic function or not. So if their second difference are the same, then the table of values is showing quadratic function. Later on through example, ipapakita natin kung paano tinatawag natin second difference. Kung bakit yun yung key for us to know if the given table of values is showing quadratic function or not. Then, for us to really make sure of it, sabi dito, I stands for i-check if the first difference in x values are the same. So, just for checking, so since once we found out already that our second difference is already equal, then we have to check the first difference if they are also the same. Kapag the same yon, then we can really already sure that a given that a given equation is a quadratic function. So these are the things that we have to bear in mind in order for us to determine if a given equation is a quadratic function or not. All we have to do is to apply the steps we call Yossi. So every time that you are seeing a cigarette, that means you are already thinking of your steps or the things that you have to bear in mind in order for you to determine if a given equation is a quadratic function or not.